what is the line? What is the line? See, this is another thing I've been thinking about recently. Okay. Um, everybody's got a line. And this like stemmed from a conversation I was having with some coworkers at work. So shout out to you guys. Everybody's got a line. Okay. But like what is the societal line and what is everybody's individual line? And I'm talking about a line in terms of humor, right? So I can crack certain jokes with certain audiences of people and be okay with that because I know that they can handle that. But there are certain topics, there are certain things where I would never cross a line with individuals because I believe that that would hurt their feelings and it would turn offensive and it would turn bad. And so that led me to believe I was like, hold on, where's the line? So the line is this like, and like, what is the line? In terms of like, what is the line? What the fuck is this line we talk about when we say, oh, you crossed a line? What is the line? Like, what is the physical line? It's not a physical line, but the line is really just a social construct. The line is wherever you want to put that. Like, it's like a collection of societal beliefs and like all of these political correctness values and concepts and all of these things based in this, generalized version of like what you think society thinks and putting it all together. That is what the line is. And the line shifts with the times, with specific events, with cancel culture, with all of these things. That line is changing, right? You could argue right now that the line is very easy to cross. I cross the line on a daily basis, right? You cross the line sometimes. I don't know. I personally tend to believe that the line is very easy to cross in today's society compared to 30 years ago, where that line may have been a little tougher. Okay. But also, I was thinking about this on a more micro level, where it was like, what is the line for me and specific groups of friends of mine, right? I have friends that I have known since kindergarten, first grade, literally since our parents used to pick us up and, take us on play dates, right? Or we used to go to each other's houses for play dates, in kindergarten and first grade, right? I know those people and the humor I can crack with them, that line is very far. I can go pretty freaking far with them and we can have a great time. I know with certain family members of mine, the line is really far. And I can go far with my humor, right? It's funny. It's entertaining for those groups. But I also have certain friends that I met in college or in high school, and their line is much closer. It's like, yo, you say a certain thing about a certain topic and they're not going to like it. And that's totally fair too. When you're meeting someone new for the first time, you're not just going to go and rip off a 9/11 joke, right? Or rip off a joke about um what's another sensitive topic and rip off an abortion joke, right? That's not like you're not just going to lead with that. It's about knowing your audience. So it's like that whole idea of being aware of your audience. I feel like the theme of today's episode has just been awareness, right? Like, what are we aware of what's going on, right? So, what is that line? And like the line is a curious phenomenon, and I've been thinking about this. It's just like, how does that line shift depending on the audience you're a part of, depending on the national stage, depending on culture? It's so freaking, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. And I think, and like I was thinking about myself, it's like, what do other people perceive my version of the line is? Like, what can they communicate with me? What is the line? What is their line with me? Like, are they like, oh, Anuj is great with this issue, but when it comes to that, oh, push back, no, because he might get angry, right? What is my line? What do other people perceive our lines to be? It's this whole, and I'm talking like particularly with humor, but also particularly with topics that you can bring up with those people, right? In conversation, it could be a very serious conversation, and you bring up a topic, and people kind of back off a little bit. That's the line repelling them. See, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. I wish I had more time to talk about this, but it's just a thought I've been having is like, what is the line? And how do you know when you've crossed it? And like, is there a different line for everybody? And do other people think your line is in a certain place? But when you know your line is in another place, right? Just very interesting. It's very heady if you think about it, like in the full value of what it is. But it's 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 very interesting, and I had a lot of fun thinking about it. But anyway,